When the system failed and a father became the law, people always ask me, what's the exact moment you stopped being a good citizen and started being a monster? It happened on a rainy Tuesday when my 7-year-old son, Leo, refused to get into his mom's car for her weekend. He was shaking, literally vibrating with fear. I knelt down, grabbed his shoulders, and asked him what was wrong. He whispered that his mom's new boyfriend, Uncle Mike, had a special game. Mike would take him and his sister into the basement, make them pose in ways that made them feel icky, and take photos. Then, he'd give them a $10 bill and tell them if they ever told me, he'd make sure I went away forever. My vision went white. I called the cops immediately, but the officer who showed up, he was Mike's cousin. He laughed in my face. He told me I was just a bitter ex trying to ruin a happy home. He told me if I kept making false accusations, I would be the one in handcuffs. I realized then, the system wasn't coming to save my kids. I didn't call a lawyer. I called 2 guys I knew from my days working the docks. Men who didn't care about due process. We waited until my ex-wife left for her night shift. We didn't break the door. We just walked in. Mike was on his laptop in the den. When he saw us, he didn't even look guilty. He looked annoyed until he saw the crowbar in my hand. I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted the photos. But when I opened his files, it wasn't just a few pictures. It was a business. He was selling access to those images to hundreds of people online. He was making a fortune off my children's innocence. I lost it. I don't remember the first hit or the 10. I just remember my friends eventually pulling me off his limp body. I sat on the floor, covered in his shame, crying because I knew I was going to prison. I knew I wouldn't be there to protect them anymore. But then, one of my buddies, a guy who'd already done 10 years, grabbed the crowbar. He looked at me and said, "Go home to your kids, man." I was headed back to the joint, eventually anyway. Might as well be for something that actually matters. I'm a villain in the eyes of the law, but I'm a hero to the only 2 people who matter.